you're gonna do is after you cut your hair in half, your braiding hair, the pack in half, you're gonna go ahead and I'd say pick the ends out so you can have like a transition. You don't want to have a blunt braid end. So this is what I do. I just go ahead and I pick the ends out so I can have like an uneven end. That way when I get to the end of my braid, it won't get loose. So this is what I do. So I'm just going in random spaces and picking my hair out. After you're done with one end, you want to flip your hair over and you want to do the same thing for the other end. After you're through with that, you want to go ahead and part off your first section like so. You want to part going straight across, and then we're going to divide that part into small pieces so we can have our singles. So right now I'm just cleaning up my part to make sure it's nice and straight and even. And then I'm going to put the section away that I'm not going to be using right now so it stays out the way. So now I'm going to show you guys, this is about the size, the section that I use, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my 3-strand braid so I can make my box braid. So what you want to do is you want to break this in half, not 2 equal halves. You want to have like 3/4, and then you want to have a quarter piece like so, a bigger half and a smaller half. That way when you loop your hair over the other, the smaller half will serve as one piece of braiding hair and the other two will be 2 separate parts. You'll see what I mean as I get further. So you want to loop your hair over like that, and then the smaller portion you put it together and make one part, and the other two will make another 2 parts. So then you're going to section off your single like so, and then you want to section off the area that you part in 3 areas like so. And section your hair off just like you have that extension in 3 parts, and you're gonna go ahead and place your braid on top, and you're gonna start braiding. So for you to braid, you're gonna have to take one side, go underneath the middle section, you want to grab, go under and grab. So it's basically from side to side, but you're going underneath the middle piece that you have there. When I get to my other braid, I'm going to slow it down so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So you just continue braiding down, going from side to side underneath that middle piece. Now you want to section off your other part. And then you want to go ahead and make that in 3 separate pieces again. So now I'm going to slow it down so you guys can see better what I did first. So now you have your extensions with your loop, just as I showed you in the beginning how to create it. And then you're going to place that on top of your sections that you have, like so. So basically this is what I do. I just do it in a faster motion. So this is what it should look like. So let's do that again. We're going to place our extensions on top of the parting that we have. You're going to grab each section with your hair all together, and then you're going to start braiding underneath your middle. You go across and under, you grab that one, then you go to your right and you grab. Remember, always go underneath your middle section and grab from left to right. So you go under and grab, under and grab, under and grab, under and grab. So basically you're just going from left to right underneath your middle piece, and you're just grabbing from side to side. And you just do that for the rest of the year. But when I get to this part here, I kind of flip my hands over because it's easier for me to do it like that. It goes faster. But if you guys can already braid, you know what I mean. So I'm just braiding that out straight to the ends. And then I'm going ahead and I'm going to show you guys another section. I'm going to slow it down so you can see once more what I did. So as usual, we're sectioning our hair in 3 pieces. And then we're gonna go ahead and place our extensions on top, lining it up together. And then we're gonna start braiding by doing the grab method from side to side underneath the middle piece. Under and grab, under and grab, under and grab, and you just keep doing this until you get to the end. So it's pretty simple, you guys. You just have to practice and practice and practice. So here we go again, doing the same thing. Section it off in 3 parts. and then starting to braid, grabbing from side to side. So now that we're done with that area, we're gonna go ahead and part off a second row, nice and clean. And then I'm gonna show you guys the trick to get your hair to look full. When you do your box braids, you want to make sure your hair looks full. So what I'm doing here is you're gonna part off an area above your braids. You don't want your braids to fall on top of your braids. You want them to fall in between your braids, like so. So each row that you go up, you want to make sure you part your braids off where your braids fall in between the previous row that you did before. That way you'll have a fuller look. So I'm just going ahead and I'm just going to speed this part up, and then you guys will see the finished product. And the hair that I'm using, guys, I think this is the Bobby Boss 100% Kanekalon hair. So that's what I'm using. It's pretty easy to use. The pack, it's a little bit scanty. It's not as full as the Rastafari, but the texture for this one is much softer, so it's easier to use. So this is the finished look. After we were done, we went ahead and we dipped the ends of the hair in hot water, boiling water. That way they won't come loose or anything, and you'll have a more frizz-free look. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, have a blessed day. Bye!